Welcome to the Adult Man, guys. Today we're going to talk about the Vincero Altitude, so put on those pilot goggles and let's get ready to take off. Alright guys, so today we're talking about the Vincero Altitude, which was launched back in September or October of 2019. It's Vincero's first sort of foray into the tool watch or a pilot watch. They're going into that more now in 2020. We just saw the release of the Bezel, which is their dive watch, but their first sort of tool watch, they're mainly with the minimalist style, but their first tool watch is the Altitude here. So, little history on pilot watches. Pilot watches are actually the first type of wristwatch ever. You used to have to put your watch in your pocket. It was a pocket watch. But back in the 1800s, Cartier, actually the original designer, yeah, that's the one, he took a pocket watch and essentially put a leather strap on it. And basically it looked like a giant pocket watch on your wrist. And so it was like the size of like a small dinner plate on your wrist. Is crazy. When we're talking about the Altitude, it doesn't have all the same exact capabilities of many like classic pilot watches, but it does have a few classic hallmarks of the style. Some things I really like about this watch. The chronograph look is killer. I love the 24-hour dial on the bottom and then the night and day dial on top. I think those sub-dials stacked on top of each other, that look is just classic, and I love that. I really like the sword-shaped hands. They stand out really nicely in daytime. And then also they have lume painted on them, so they do stand out also at night as well. I love the style of the Arabic numerals. I don't know if we'd call that a font or whatever it is, but the way the numerals actually look, I think is fantastic. It's a little bit of a unique look to them. For some notes on Vincero, all watches that they sell come in the same black box. It gets the job done. It's not a crazy, awesome black box, but it doesn't add a lot of cost to the overall product, so I'm happy with that. All of their watches come with a marble showcase in the back and an inscription that says Veni Vidi Vici, which stands for I came, I saw, and I picked up a sweet watch. As we said earlier, Vincero is starting to branch out more into those sport or technical watches like dive watches or pilot watches. And I think it's a great look for them. I think it's a natural progression, and I think they're going to do really, really well in the space. So it's worth noting that some Vincero watches don't really have the same functionality as other sport watches. For instance, the bezel on the Altitude, it doesn't rotate. So that's one issue I've noticed with this watch. If you're thinking about purchasing a watch, just know that this type is more of a fashion watch really than it is a tool watch. So if you like the look, if you think it looks awesome, like I think it looks awesome, then this is a great choice for you. Let's get down into the details of this watch. The case is a mix of brushed and polished 316L stainless steel, and great for people with skin sensitivities. The crown has this like really cool laser print etching, two pushers. Just a quick note, this does not have a stopwatch function. So these chronographs, a lot of times they come with stopwatch function. This one does not, so note that. The crystal is sapphire-coated mineral glass, so it's not sapphire all the way through. However, with the sapphire coating, you're going to be getting a lot of that scratch resistance that you get from any sapphire crystal, and so you won't get get scratched up glass on this one. It runs with a Miyota quartz movement, and I've said this before in some of my articles, when I say it now on YouTube, but Miyota makes the Honda Civic of watches. How about that? Deal with it. The reason I say that is that Miyota Citizen Quartz watches, they just don't die. They just live forever. They're inexpensive, and they're just workhorses. So many watches that you'll find out there these days have Miyota Citizen Quartz movements inside them. There's a reason for that. It's because these are just great movements that are affordable. They're very reliable, which is excellent. Overall, my verdict on the Vincero Altitude, I really like the look. The crown is solid, not flimsy like some watches you'll pick up and they just feel very light, very thin. It's not the case with the Vincero Altitude. The strap is much softer out of the box than some of the other Vinceros that I've had a chance to look at. So I think they're doing some work on the strap, and I do really like this strap here. I still wonder how that strap's going to hold up over the course of years, because they do use lower grade genuine leather, but that's kind of part of the package, and that was kind of keeps the cost a little bit lower. So final verdict: the Altitude cruises right in as one of my go-to watches that I wear day in, day out. I'd say I probably wear this 2 or 3 times a week, and I have a decent amount of watches. So the fact that it gets that much wear, super cool. These watches are designed to fit a wide variety of outfits. So the Altitude's like masculine style is perfect for casual wear. I may have to update this strap in about a year or 2, but I've come to expect that with most watches at this price point. Overall, very happy with the Altitude. It's going to see plenty of time on my wrist because it is so versatile. Office, date night, drinks with the guys, you name it, this watch will fly anywhere. That's it for us, guys. Thank you so much for joining the Adult Man here on YouTube. Please do not smash the like button, but press it very lovingly, very gently. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next time.